You can imagine the situation on the west bank of Okanagan Lake keeps changing. The fires are aggressive and officials are closely monitoring the situation. Our Marissa Thomas is live in West Kelowna tonight with the very latest. Marissa, what can you tell us?
Well, and the Glen Rosa fire is burning behind me, and what fire officials were worried about tonight with that fire is downwinds. Downwinds are fairly common here, and that's what caused the fire to really grow last night, and it jumped the highway because of those downwinds. Winds were expected to pick up this afternoon and get a little stronger this evening. That hasn't happened, at least not yet, so that is some good news. There have been successes today, but there have also been more evacuations, proving that these fires are impossible to predict. By nightfall, the Gorman Mill remains standing, and the 400-hectare Glen Rosa fire has retreated after a day of constant pounding by air and on the ground. The fire is now 40% contained.
We were able to put a bulldozer behind the fire and basically create a small road behind the fire line there that has allowed our crews now to install a water delivery system, and they've been able to begin extinguishing the fire's edge along that area. So that's helped us get to a 40% containment number for this fire.
The nearby Rose Valley fire is proving more difficult to fight. It's 150 hectares in size and is 0% contained because the area is too steep and treacherous for ground crews.
Well, certainly we can expect that fire to continue burning with the zero containment, but at the same time we are with very little access to that fire and that steep ground, we are mounting a fairly aggressive air campaign. So we're utilizing the fixed-wing air tankers, dropping retardant around the fire, as well as numerous helicopters with buckets dropping on hot spots, trying to keep things cool.
It could be days before heavy machinery and ground crews can make it into the Rose Valley fire. So far, 11,000 people are under evacuation order. Another 6,000 people are on alert.
We started with the expensive stuff first, and now we're just packing our we're going to see if we can get a truck here and get our furniture out.
And we go the last one out with the van, and the fire department right in front of our gate there, and they just put the fire down and across the street.
We're packing up and we'll be ready when they tell us we have to go. We're going to load up the vehicles.
As we did in 2003, we'll get things ready and hope it won't happen.
All evacuees are requested to check in at the emergency centers in West Kelowna or Peachland, but so far only half the people have done so. Emergency services employees are helping with accommodation, food, and clothing.
It's tough. It's very tough. It was good to see that our home was still in one piece this morning. We didn't know what was happening all the evening.
Getting their food, and then my son's asthma inhalers and his medication, and we're just in a rush because it's just the traffic too. Leaving our house, people were just driving crazy. I'm just all over.
Oh, stuff is just stuff, and we're all here, so.
What did you take with you?
Some changes of clothes and our laptop and some videos for the kids to watch.
In the evening sky, the flames of the Glen Rosa fire erupt high above the trees. A chopper is now mapping the perimeter of the fire to get an accurate measurement of its size. The water bombers won't be back until sunrise, and officials are hoping the downwinds that could push the fire closer to the homes aren't as strong as they were last night. Now, as for the Rose Valley fire, it will likely not be contained for days until they get some heavy equipment on the ground in there. And that means that it's very unlikely that anyone will be allowed back into their home, anyone that has been evacuated, for days as well. As for the Glen Rosa fire, it's 40% contained, but still people are not going to be moving back there until fire crews are sure that this fire is retreating the other way, away from the homes. Anne?
Well, a very tough situation for residents, no doubt. Thank you very much, Marissa.